It's 11 o'clock. Let's call the meeting to order. If you have your cell phones, let's mute them or shut them off, please. And Becky, would you do the roll call, please?
I sure will. Bob Olson, Tom Kitson,
Present.
Jack Scrogstead,
Here.
Mike Opine,
Here.
Mike Zeman,
Here.
Jim Sheeline,
Here.
Tom Wilson,
Here.
Nancy Naylor,
Present.
Dean Dale.
Here.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you. Paul, have you got anything outside of Keene? Anything outside of the agenda? Okay. Okay, we took care of that quick. Okay, everybody a chance to look at the minutes from the previous meeting? Are there any additions or corrections? Okay, we'll let the minutes stand as presented. We'll do committee chair reports. Mike Zeman, please.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Claims Committee met as our usual twice. March 28th. We went through 30 claims. All 30 were forwarded. We met April 9th. We went through 77 claims. 76 were forwarded. We're having some issue with the NICOR bills being paid in a timely manner. So we're working on that. And we spent quite a bit of time on that, but I think it's going to be worked out between soon. Okay. And that's it. That's my report.
Okay, thanks, Mike. Any questions? While you were looking, you concerned?
And maybe it's semantics. NICOR bills are trouble being paid in that they're not getting through the system correctly, or?
One was perfect. Oh. One was perfect. One had a $500 credit and the other one had like a $2,000 debit.
Like a back charge or something, or a late fee, or not a late
It
fee?
wasn't a
but
late fee. It was like
Like they hadn't been paid for a while.
I think it got paid, but, part of it goes to Dynegy and part of it goes to
Oh, okay.
NICOR. And I
Yeah,
don't,
but that sounds like an accounting issue with them because we paid just one bill.
yeah, it's not us. It's.
Okay,
them.
okay.
No.
Yeah, because when you first said that, I kind of went, what? Like, I
No,
know we're
that's-
paying those bills, so, okay. So it sounds like they're having some accounting issues and we can help them if they have questions.
Yeah,
Okay.
things about, ACHs and things like that, but Nancy's going to work on that with.
Jeremy and I
Jeremy.
talked about it. Reed talked with us. Reed talked with us about it too. So it's just a process.
Okay.
The part of the process that's difficult is that when Eric has the bill that comes before him and he presents it to be paid, he doesn't know what's been paid on it previously. And as you know, sometimes the payments get made and the NICOR didn't have them when they cut the bill. And so it's just a complicated error it's not, on everybody's part. We just wanted to make it easier for Eric to not, he doesn't have the information. And we also don't want to pay ahead.
Yeah.
So in other words, we want to pay what we owe, but if we only pay the monthly charge, then there could be another situation. So we talked with
Yeah.
Reed about it and it's being worked through. It's just
Okay.
a process, Paul.
If
Yeah.
we paid what the
Okay.
bill wanted, next month we could get a $2,000 credit. Why let them use our money?
Yeah. Oh, absolutely. Okay. When you said,
No, it wasn't.
difficult,
it wasn't.
and I
Yeah.
got, uh-oh, what's going on? So,
No,
okay,
nothing.
I got it now. So I'm good.
Okay.
Thanks.
Any other questions? All right, thanks, Mike. County Services, Mr. Scrogstead.
Thank you, Mr. Vice Chair. County Services met Tuesday, famous tax day. We had a lot to uncover a lot to unpackage that day, and we tread through it pretty quickly. All the department reports are in the agenda packet. We did talk pretty in length about a resolution opposing House Bill 2827. I could go into detail on that right now, or if you want to wait till when that comes up on ours, because we're going to pass it through
Yeah,
this
let's-
committee.
let's
You want to
when it
wait till
comes
then?
up. Yeah.
Okay. So then I'll do some comments on that when that comes around, but other than that.
Okay, any questions? All right, thanks, Jack.
Mhm.
Public Safety, Mr. Copine.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Public Safety met last Tuesday here. The department head reports, for those who were present, are available through the packet. Just one comment on my part, there's a specific report in there on a significant arrest that was made by the sheriff's department. They're again pointing out the effectiveness of this quote unquote Public Safety Act. You know, just maybe a little bit higher on the ladder than the one that Jim brought up with the pursuit that was going north out of town. So,
If you haven't read it, definitely read it. It's,
yeah. Other than that, I don't have anything additional to bring up. Everything is in the packet that was reported.
anybody have any questions?
You know, just a comment, but I think the more we talk about it and we need to talk about it publicly because, you know, the public doesn't know what's going on out there and doesn't know and understand what Clay and the guys have to put up with and how it's jeopardizing, you know, our justice system. And it really is, it's a threat.
It's not just the Lee County Sheriff's Department, but it's the other 101 counties. I wouldn't say 102 because I think they're just dealing with it. But the other 101 county sheriffs and police departments within their jurisdiction are dealing with, you know, non-compliance and just whatever. Yeah, there's just more protections, it seems like they're out there for these offenders, so. No
And-
And
accountability.
it's up to us to get the message
Yeah,
out.
we gotta get the message
to the
out.
media of
You
what's
know,
going on.
And, you know,
There's
hopefully in
no
2
se-
years, we can make some changes. I don't know, but that's up to the rest of the public.
There's no significant compliance by the offender that's arrested. They just wave as they drive out of the driveway of whatever facility they end up with. And it's like Jack said, it isn't only us, it affects the whole state. And I agree with you. It needs to be public information. That's probably why I'm so repetitive on those issues.
Any other questions or comments? Thanks, Mike.
Thank you.
Facilities and maintenance, Mr. Wilson.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. We met Tuesday. Pretty uneventful meeting. Eric just gave us an update on the fourth floor remodel over there. We're eating through the painting and the carpeting and everything's going really smooth. Had a lot of compliments on our facilities group team and everything's going really good over there. So that's basically my report.
Thank you. Any questions or comments? Okay. Thanks, Tom. And finance, Mr. Sheeline.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Finance Committee met this morning. Nothing really significant to, we dealt with one board action request, and that had to do with the final cleanup of the ARPA grants. And so that, and it was nothing that needs to go on to county agenda. It was basically just a housekeeping issue for finance. Other than that, the finance reports be in everybody's packet. Reed had a report regards to that expenses are coming, tracking a little bit less than what was budgeted. And but unfortunately, revenues are as well. So it's kind of a wash. But one comment that we did a little bit of discussion on. Everybody's aware that we did not get the case management grant, so that cost will now be fully borne by the county, and we're going to have to. And I'm not going to sugarcoat it. It's a big hit for us. You know, you're talking to swing at $2 million on a $9 million capital budget. So it's going to be we're going to have to spread that cost out over the next several fiscal years as best we can. And we're really hoping that Tyler, the company that we've contracted with, is going to work with us to make sure that we're able to spread those costs out over time. So just wanted everybody to we had that discussion in finance. It is a concern. It's going to make our budget pretty tight next couple of years. So any questions, I'll take them.
No questions? All right. Thanks, Jim. Next is a monthly sheriff's report, which we already discussed in information only. Be sure and read that and take a look at it. Administrator report, Jeremy, you got for us?
Just quickly, Susan Gillespie, our new HR director, this is the end of her third week. She's been fantastic to work with. She's jumped right in and has continued to show us why she was the perfect hire and perfect fit for us here at the county. We also made a hire for our building official position as we're working through the zoning department restructure. Joe Bay has accepted that position. He's going to be coming over from the city of Dixon. We're very excited about that, and he'll start May 19th. Again, as we continue to look at the gaps within the operation here, and these are the reasons why we're continuing to develop and build roles that might have not have been here before, and that's to make sure that we're having efficiencies within the operation, as well as making sure that we have the best county services we can for our constituents. So that's all I have today.
Okay, thank you. Any comments for Jeremy or questions? Okay. We have no unfinished business. The new business, the Technology Overlay District. Before we put this in a motion, Jeremy, you want to just go over that a little bit?
Yeah, sure. So this is an overlay district that we have identified within the county, again, as a gap, as developments and projects continue to move towards the technology and data-driven space. Had not been prepared for that within our current zoning codes and ordinances. So as Alice, myself, and the state's attorney's office continue to look through the needs within our current districts or overlay districts, we realized that there was a gap there. So we have built this out in preparation for future projects that are along the technology space, whether that is an actual technology campus, whether that is modular nuclear projects, whether that is research and development centers. We just don't have anything existing within our current structure. So that's why we've developed this, and we're really excited to bring it forward and have this as a new overlay district within the county code.
Okay, thank you. Is there a motion to move petition number 25-PC-79 for Technology Overlay District Ordinance to the April County Board agenda? Ms. Naylor, Mr. Friel. Okay, is there any discussion or any more questions? Okay, seeing none. All those in favor? Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Okay, motion carries. And B is a resolution, the battery energy storage system moratorium. Our moratorium did expire on 3/31/25. So this is a motion to extend that. We need to have a motion to move the battery energy storage system moratorium to the April County Board meeting. Mr. Friel, Mr. Copine, any discussion?
Is there an end date to this? We've been doing this, it seems like
Kicking the
forever.
can down.
Okay, thank you.
I think if we put something together, the state's going to say, you're going to have to change it, you have to do this. So
Yeah, and this one only goes till August 31st.
I mean,
It's a short extension.
we spent over 2 years working on the ones we had and the state nixed them, so. Okay, we have a motion and we have a second. Any further discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Okay, we have 8 reappointment resolutions on the agenda. If there's no objection, can I get a motion to approve all 8 reappointments at the same time? Mr. Sheeline, Ms. Naylor? All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Okay. Reappointment of, is there a motion to approve the appointments of Eva Pitzer, Dixon Community Fire Protection District, Jeffrey Polich to the Paw Paw Fire Protection District Trustees, Kevin Lally, Ryan Buskull, and Steve Gilmore to the Lee County Emergency Telephone System Board, Jeremy England to the Reagan Mass Transit District Board of Trustees, and Lori Hillison and Randall Ebert to the Ashton Fire Protection District Board of Trustees. Ms. Naylor, Mr. Friel, seconds it. Any discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Thank you. Then we have two raffle reports. Is there a motion to put on the to put the February and March Walton Fest raffle reports on file with the county? Mr. Friel? Mr. Wilson seconds it. Any discussion? Okay, all those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Okay, review of per diem report for county board approval, March meeting for May payout. Just for information only. Jeremy, we have anything we need to go into executive session for here? Okay. Okay, so we can go to the agenda for the board meeting. Deb, stop us if we do something doesn't sound right, or I'm not expecting you to not do it. I'm expecting I won't do it right. So just don't hesitate. Don't hesitate to yell out. Okay, so we have the call to order, pledge of allegiance, invocation, roll call, board chairman announcements, approval of board minutes. There are no Joseph Meyer resolutions. Zoning and planning petitions going to the zoning board. There are 5 petitions. Petition number 25-P-1641 by Clay and Elizabeth Partington as owners of certain real property identified as PIN 18-08-07-151-002, commonly known as 601 Rock Island Road in South Dixon Township. Petition number 25-P-1642 by Pivot Energy, 258 LLC as leasing of certain real property identified as PIN number 15-07-12-377-002 and 15-07-13-100-002 in Nelson Township. C is petition number 25-P-1643 by Pivot Energy LLC as leasing of certain real property identified as PIN 15-07-12-377-002 and 15-07-13-100-002 in Nelson Township. And then D is petition number 25-P-1644 by Pivot Energy as lessees of certain real property identified as PIN 15-07-12-377-002 and 15-07-13-100-002 in Nelson Township. And then E is petition number 25-P-1645 by Compton Community Fire Protection District as owners of certain real property identified as PIN 05-17-11-300-007, commonly known as 748 Illinois Route 251 in Compton in Brooklyn Township. And the petition's going to the Planning Commission. There's only one. Petition number 25-PC-79 by Lee County Zoning Administrator was filed in which petitioner seeks to amend the text of Title 10, Chapter 8 of the Lee County Code of Ordinances to create standards for technology overlay district, which is what we had earlier. And then 3 is petitions coming from the zoning board. There are none. Petitions from the Planning Commission. There are none. Administrator's monthly update, public comment, county organizations, and Tom Demmer will be here with his report from LCIDA. Reports of committees, unfinished business, ordinance for petition number 25-PC-78 by Lee County Zoning Administrator was filed in which petitioner seeks to amend text 10 zoning regulations of the Lee County Code of Ordinance to replace zoning board of appeals with zoning hearing held over in March. New business, resolution opposing House Bill 2827 and resolution battery energy storage system moratorium. And then the appointments are reappointments are the ones we just went through all those. If you want me to read them, I will, but we just voted on that.
We're putting in that overlay district technology in there as well.
Are you talking about under new business?
Yeah, under new business.
Okay, so that one was put under new business, but it's actually a petition coming from zoning. So we're going to ixnay that and
Okay.
put it up under zoning. So
All right.
that is,
My bad.
I'm sorry.
Just ignore
Okay,
me.
yep,
Just
yep.
ignore me.
Okay, we have nothing for executive session, so approval of county officers' reports, roll call, approval of monthly revenue reports, approval of mileage and per diem, the adjournment. Is there a motion to approve the proposed county board agenda? Mr. Wilson, Mr. Friel? Any discussion? Deb, are we okay with you? Okay. All those in favor? Aye. Opposed? Okay, the adjournment of the executive committee meeting. Mr. Friel. I'm sorry, Mr. Wilson and you got me so. Yeah, Mike, now I know what you feel like. Mr. Wilson and Mr. Copine, all those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.